Hello. This lecture will run through the week 1 to 3 drawing and model studies that are required for Assessment 2. Assessment 2, as a recap, is a suite of early ideas. It's worth 20% and it is due in week 4. So what are the week 1 to 3 drawing and model studies? These are the drawings and the models that you have done both in class and at home from week 1 until week 3. Shown on the slide here are some examples of these from last year's first year group. Key points to remember in this component of the task. One is that what we're talking about are both the in-class and the out-of-class tasks that you have completed from weeks 1 to 3. You can refer to the course outline for a list of these tasks. The second thing to remember is that you are pinning up original hand drawings on trace. We're not expecting you to scan and reprint. We're not expecting you to redraw these in AutoCAD. We're not expecting you to do any Photoshop rendering of these. You're free to redraw by hand at home if there are exercises in class that you would like to edit in any way, but what we are expecting is hand drawings on trace paper pinned up on the wall. And just a reminder that we've got both 2D drawings and 3D models that you've created both in class and at home. So where do these go in your presentation in week 4? The drawing and the drawing studies from week 1 to 3, if I just highlight this here, will be pinned up, as you can see here, on the wall, and they will form 9 A3 sheets. The second component, the models, if we can find my mouse here, over here, will be placed on plinths on the table, and there should be 6 building models in total. So those models refer to the existing building and then the design proposals that you've had to do in response to that building. So that was an interior volume and exterior volumes, and they form 6 in total. The idea is that you will be able to take I'm just finding my pen here, your building models from here and plug them into the site model over there so that we can see how they work in context. So just to recap the tasks that you've done, we were going to include from week 1 the design sprint sketches. I think not many of you kept those, so we'll cross those off the list. So what we need from week 1 are the site detail studies that you did, so the drawings of the material junctions that you did at home, and the user detail studies, so the drawings of the space, the apartment of the user that you did at home. From week 2, there are the 3 interior volume sections, and they are also plans. They're at 1 to 100. The 3 interior volume models that you did at home at 1 to 100. And the sun path diagrams also done at home at 1 to 100. From week 3, you've got 3 exterior volume models at 1 to 100 and 3 exterior volume elevations that you've done at home at 1 to 100. So you'll see that in total that makes 6 models and 9 pieces of A3 trace. So just to recap what should be on each page, so when we're talking about the 2D drawings, there should somewhere be the drawing. So if we see this here, so that might be a plan, a section, an elevation as you were required to do. Each drawing should always have a title, so that will be here beneath the drawing. And that title should say the name of the drawing, so is it a plan, is it a section, is it a detail? As well as the scale. So usually that has been 1 to 100. The final component on each page is the page title, and this will just title the name of the task. So for example, interior volume sections, and that will be down here. What do you need to do with the models? The first thing you need to remember is that each of the models need to be able to be inserted into the site model. Okay, and what you might do is put your best model in the site model for presentation day. The other models, you need to consider how you're going to compose those. So what you might do is put them onto a series of plinths. Each model might be on its own plinth. You could build one plinth that has the 6 models on it. You might have 3 of the interior volume models on one plinth and 3 of the exterior volume models on another plinth. That's up to you. The plinth might be a piece of MDF, a piece of ply, a card box that you've made. It's something, I guess, to kind of pull the models together and to present them in a visual manner. As a recap, the models are both the existing building and your design proposal. And just to reiterate, what we are looking for is original work and in progress process work, right? So this is an example of a student's work from last year. The work has not been digitized, it hasn't been reprinted, there's been no Photoshop rendering to it. We're really looking at original hand drawings and original sketch models. Again, this is not, there is no expectation for this to be a final polished presentation. We want to develop your skills in process pictures, in kind of in-house process pictures as the assessment outline stipulates. Thank you.